Hello guys, welcome to Bonquisitive Take. So today I'll discuss something that has very recently come up. So if you are not living under the rock, you might have actually heard about MCPs, right? MCP stands for Model Context Protocol and is the new thing in AI space. To be very specific, it's not mm, something. It's not very AI thing. It's more of a protocol, standard protocol of how things communicate between each other. The LLM, large language models, how it communicate with other applications or system or data sources. So MCPs are great, right? And I won't go into details into MCPs. If you want, I can actually do it in some other videos. Otherwise, you can actually just go into this website, modelcontextprotocol.io, and you will get a very good introduction into what exactly MCPs are. So MCP, as I said, Model Context Protocol, it's a protocol of how the communication needs to happen. And there are mainly two parts of it. One is it's basically works in a server client architecture. So there's the MCP server, and then there's the MCP client, right? So servers are basically things with which the aliens will interact with, and for MCP client, basically it's the application that utilizes those MCP servers. So anyway, I won't go into much details about MCPs, but today's discussion would be more on one of the recent MCP servers that has come into the picture, and this is great. This is awesome. And if you are into data science, if you are into machine learning, deep learning, anything, you might have heard about Hugging Face. So Huggingface is a company who is largely into open source. And in their platform, you would get a lot of models. So any new model, open source models are basically kind of put into it's actually put into there, and you can see how it's stored, how it has to be used, and everything. So like how, say for example, Pointers by Alibaba, right? It's a large language model, and you can get to see all the details and even how to basically run Pointy embeddings, or even like how to run it. I don't think it can be done locally, but anyway. So you get to see how to use a model, and not only like the LLMs, but you can get any models. There are a lot of data sets that are there in Hugging Face, database on, say, audio, image data set, document data set, geospatial data set, a lot of type of data sets that you can utilize for your training, data science training and stuff, right? And there is also Spaces. Spaces is basically kind of a simple app that utilizes some kind of machine learning or some kind of data science models that is already kind of available in Hugging Face, and you basically build a public facing application that users can use. And you can see like there are small apps in image generation, video generation, text generation. These are a lot of categories that you can find here. So Hugging Face is a pretty, I would say, it's a great platform. If you are into data science, AI, anything AI related, then you should know about Hugging Face. And the great thing is Hugging Face has their own MCP server that they have basically exposed. And today, what we will very quickly do is basically connect to this Huggingface MCP server, and I will show you how to connect to the MCP server and utilize it to the best of their abilities. The thing is, while we will basically go through this, you will also learn the basics of how you can add any MCP server. How can you start? Okay, so let's start then. So, what do you require? What do you need? So you need a couple of things. First of all, you need a MCP client, right? Let me make it a little bit smaller. So one of the first thing that you actually require is an MCP client. And what is an MCP client? It can be any application that has this ability to kind of uh, connect with any MCP server and interact with it. So what are some examples? So VS Code is an example. VS Code is an IDE. We usually work on Visual Studio Code where we write codes and stuff. So there you can it can work as an MCP client. Then Cursor. So this is more like a AI boosted kind of a ID or code development editor, code editor. So in Cursor also you can kind of connect any MCP. So it is basically an MCP client. So you can connect any MCP server to it. And then there's another free tool that so VS Code is also free. Cursor, it has some free usages, but it's actually paid product. Then you have Claude. So Claude you might have already used as an application, but there's an desktop version of it, Claude Desktop. So it also works as an MCP client, and there are some other as well. These are some of the main ones. Okay. And what we today will do is use it through Claude Desktop. You can do it by other VS Code and other as well, other MCP clients. But today I'll use Claude Desktop. So you need to install at least one of these, ideally, that Claude Desktop if you want to tag along. And it's very straightforward. I don't think that's something that I need to go through. So you need to install. Okay. So you need to install Claude Desktop. The next thing that we will require, so it is very specific to this video, not any MCP server, but for this video, where we will basically connect to Huggingface. So we need an Huggingface account as well. And that's it. Huggingface account. It can be free account as well. You don't have to be like a pro subscriber or enterprise subscriber to utilize Hugging Face. So anyway, these are the two things that you want. And just to showcase, so once you install Claude, let me actually like show you. Usually this is the Claude app that comes in, and I'm in free plan as you can see. So even in free plan, you can use it. Right. So if you are in free plan, you have to use Claude Sonnet 4, this model. And yeah, that's and you won't have any issues with it. Okay. So this is the Claude desktop version, which we will use as a Claude client. So this is as simple. So this is basically using Claude or any LLM, right? So you can like talk about anything and it will basically answer. Uh, okay. Let's now try to connect the Hugging Face MCP server and see what needs to be done. So I have already Hugging Face site open. So you can go to huggingface.co and you can see here there are a lot of things that you can explore. This itself is like a very rich platform that you can just explore to learn a lot of things. Anyway, I'm already like I have an account here. So if you have account, then you can directly go to settings or access tokens. Okay. So you can either go to settings and from there you can go to access tokens, or you can directly go to access tokens. So you need to create a token. And how do I know this? Like you need a token. If you go to here in the MCP panel, you would see they have already written how to connect your MCP client to interact with Hugging Face Hub. Okay. And you can see how it has to be done in VS Code, Cursor, and Claude Desktop. We need to check what needs to be done for Claude Desktop. Okay. So this is the thing that we need. And here, most of the things, if you see NPX, it's basically a package manager, MCP remote, HTTPS, Huggingface.co, everything is there. But for authorization, you need a Hugging Face token here, right? So after BRR, you need to provide your Hugging Face token. And for that, how do you get this Hugging Face token? You can go to the access tokens and you can create one. So you can just create one like this. And you can just do it for read. As you have seen there, if you go to MCP, they ask you to just create a read token. So basically, it depends on what kind of permission you want to provide. So if it is a read, that's fine. Like you can let me see it. Let me zoom in a little bit. So create a new read HF token, copy the snippet below, and replace. So very easy steps to follow. Anyway. So very easy step to follow. So you need to create a token. Let me go back to the access token. I've already created one for this MCP server here. You can create one as well. So you can just go to create new tokens and just go towards the read. Just provide some name and that's all. You can create one. Okay. As simple as that. Now, once you have that token, you need to go to there in MCP server and you need to have go to this Claude Desktop. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, what do you need to do in Claude Desktop? You need to go into the config. As you can see here, they have said like Claude Desktop config.json. There you need to update this. Now, if you do not have any other MCP server, you can just directly, like, if this is the first MCP server you are trying to connect, just copy the whole thing and you can go. But now, for my case, I already have one. Let me actually open the Claude. Okay, first of all, how do you get to this config.json? It's very easy. Usually, you can, if you can enable the developer mode, and then after you have, and you can do it from file settings. So once you are there in settings, you go to see this developer mode, right? And in developer mode, whenever you go to this developer mode, you would see all the MCP servers here. I already have one called Puppeteer. This is a completely different MCP server, which can do a lot of things. But anyway, here you can see this edit config, right? And once you do this, you are basically redirected to in your application where the configuration is there, where it lies. So usually it's in the public profile page, like the public homepage slash roaming slash Claude. There you usually get the Claude desktop config.json. Open this JSON, and here you can see, like, since I have Puppeteer already installed, so I already have this. Okay, so now what to do? If I just completely copy paste it, I will have only the Huggingface MCP and not the Puppeteer, which I don't. You may or may not want that, but anyway, for my case, I want both of these MCP servers working at the same time. So what I can do, if you see here, it's in a JSON structure, right? And in VS Code, it helps you to see the hierarchy. So this is the first nest. This is the first nest. Under this is the MCP servers. This is the MCP server. Under which comes the Puppeteer, right? And under Puppeteer comes command, arguments, and stuff like that, right? So what we would do is, let's go to Hugging Face. Let's go back to Hugging Face. Here also you would see, like, under the MCP server, it's written HF MCP server. So the structures are similar, right? So what we want, and this is only for people who already have at least one, like one or more MCPs installed already. If you do not have any MCPs, if it is like your first MCP, you can just copy and paste it over there. That's all. But if you already have one, just copy this part, the Hugging Face MCP server part. I have already copied, and then let's go back here. Here you need to be slightly careful. So what we need to do is add this one, right? So where's the Puppeteer one is finished? This is where Puppeteer is finished, and you can see it when you click on this. You would see, like, okay, this is where it's finished, right? And it should be under MCP server hierarchy. So just put a comma, go to the next line, and add this, right? And it's added. So under MCP server, all the servers should be under MCP servers, right? And then it should be like Puppeteer and all this. So under MCP servers only, all the MCP tools come in, and you can now add. Similarly, you can, if you want, you can add other MCP servers as well. Here, I'm just showing you how to add another one, which is our Huggingface MCP server. Now, don't forget that here you need to put your token, the Huggingface token that you have. Okay, you need to put that. So I'll blur this for a moment and put my token here. Let me blur it and put my token. So just replace your HF token. So just replace this your HF token with your own token that you have created just now. Okay. Cool. So I will. Okay. So I have already closed that. Anyway, so it's easy enough. Just save the file and that's it. Once you have saved the file, you have to restart Claude. You need to remember now, as you can see right now, it's not there, right? So you need to just cut it, or you need to quit it. So sometimes it's also in the system tray, which you can see, like in Windows system, in the right-hand bottom side, there's the system tray, and Claude can still be there. So you need to just open it completely, like even exit from the system tray, and then reopen Claude. Okay, just reopen Claude. This time when it will reopen, It will install. It will take some time and it will install all the available MCP tools. Okay, just give it some time. And where you can see like whether the tool is there or not, you can see it over here. So when you just click on this, you see now the MCP server tool has come up. So Puppeteer was already there. Now MCP server is there. And it comes with a bunch of tools. So this is basically whenever you connect an MCP server, that server usually have tools. It's like functions. It was already there before as well. MCP just kind of standardizes it, right? So every LLM has the tools to use it, but now MCP just have standardized the whole methodology. So it's like boosting your LLM, right? So anyway, you could have used Clone, and I will show you how exactly it's making difference. Let's say I say disable all tools, okay, and same with Puppeteer, disable all tools. Now, say for example, I already have web search. Puppeteer is also something that can do web search. Let me show you some example because Claude LLM itself is powerful enough, right? But it can't do everything. It needs certain accesses to databases, certain accesses to web pages, access to internet and stuff, which is where this MCP comes into the picture. Say, for example, I want to read latest papers. I want to read latest papers on flash attention. So flash attention is a mechanism that is used during training of a lot of these transformer-based architectures. I won't go into detail, but let's say I want to do that. Now, Claude Sonnet 4, it's not like it can't give me answer. But the problem is it has to search the web, right? It's just searching the web because now Claude comes with that tool, searching the web tool, right? And it provided me with some answers. This is the latest one. Now, why it was okay because it has this tool enabled. But if it doesn't have this tool, it couldn't do this, right? It couldn't be able to do it. So that's the thing that MCP servers can bring here. Say, for example, I want a model on image generation, right? And I'm just showing you the tool usage, right? So web search was enabled. That's why it was able to search the web on which are the new papers. And you see like here, there's this call, like it called for like flash attention papers 2024 to 2025. This is only possible because this is a tool which is already available to Claude. But Claude only has like limited tools, just the web search and nothing else. So say, for example, if I'm interested in provide me with latest models on, say, part architecture, what it can only do is search on web and nothing else. Right? Let's see what it provides. Yeah, it's again searching the web. So this is the problem. It only has the web as its like go-to place or the tool that is available. And if something is not doable through just a web search, it won't be able to do it, right? So any information, so most of the information you can at least get some information on web. But yeah, that's the limitation. But now with Huggingface server, let me now enable this. And let me show another example. Like Claude cannot generate images, right? If I ask it to generate an image, any random prompt, say, and reflect in a spacesuit, and I don't think that, yeah, I'm not able to generate, but it can write detailed description and stuff like that. So it's not it can't generate new new images from prompts. But we know like some other like in DALI can do DALI 3 can do it. In Gemini, there's Imagine 3, 4 which can do it. There's Mid Journey, but these are external tools, right? Claude doesn't have access to it. But here's the thing: such MCPs actually give it the flexibility to use these external tools or website and stuff like that. Now, how you would say like what exactly this is the Huggingface MCP server can do? you see, Huggingface also allows you to connect some of the spaces that people have used. I just told you, like in Hugging Face, you can actually have like spaces where it's like a public facing application, small application which are like public facing that you can utilize, right? And what Hugging Face also allows you in their MCP is that if you go here, you would see like there are some you can do who am I, you can do space search, you can search for this space, like which space is gonna be like something that you want to use. Model search. So this is the model search that you can do from here. Paper search. So they have their own Hugging Face papers, right? So if you actually go here, you would see like all relevant papers to AI machine learning actually comes there. This is the place, the daily papers, where you get to see a lot of research papers on different AI techniques, different architectures, new architectures that come in here, and it's updated daily. And this is something you can obviously go and search, but you can do it now from Claude itself because all these tools are there, right? And also, not only you do dataset search, dataset details and stuff, but there are some spaces you can see GR1, background removal, the flux name, these easy Ghibli. What are these? These are nothing but, so if you go back again, and let me show you, if you go to the settings page and go to MCP, you see here, these are the built-in tools. The spaces semantic search, model details, dataset search, everything. But here you get the spaces tools where it says run popular AI space from hf.co spaces as MCP servers. And you can search some other spaces as well. Say, for example, the marketing content creator, and it will be marketing content creator. Yeah. And it will be added over here, right? So this is what you can basically utilize. So now, let's say you saw that it couldn't generate this image, right? But once I have enabled the Hugging Face tool, and now if I again tell it that generate an image of an elephant in a spacesuit, hopefully it will ask me like, okay, can I use this tool? And what it does, it actually asks for your permission that I'm trying to use an external integration. Allow me. You can do allow always, you can allow once, or you can decline. Let me allow once. And then basically what happens is it is communicating with this particular space. You can see the prompt that it has created, the width, height, and everything it has created. And it is evaluating, it's basically kind of communicating with here. And it says here's the image, here's the image. I don't see, I think, yeah, it's in here. Yeah. You see, after this, they have created this image, right? And this is the image URL as well. So image URL is also provided. So if you want it out of it, because there's no expand button, anyway, I can just copy this whole and let me just open a new page. Oh, this image URL needs to go out. Yeah, because when URL usually starts with HTTPS, just click on it and here's your image. So see, so MCPs are awesome, especially because of this, because not all clients, and usually MCP clients can be like Claude Desktop in itself, it has Claude, right? And all the tools that Claude provides. So web search is a tool that Claude themselves provide. But let's say you want to give it some other kind of ability. That ability can be provided by MCPs, and that's why MCPs are so popular nowadays. So there is, like, say, for example, file system MCP, which is again default kind of an MCP. So where it can not only navigate your local file system, but it will have option to, say, for example, create new things, new folders, new directory, new files, copy, paste, and all those sort of stuff. And it will ask for your permission, as you have seen here. Now, so these are the external abilities that a tool provide, and MCP is basically a way, a medium, a protocol that kind of allows Claude or any MCP client for that matter. So you can use it through VS Code as well, and you can think like in VS Code, if you're writing some code and probably something will help you in writing some code. So there is, say, for example, Postgres MCP available, which allows you to read and communicate with a database. And you can basically do that from VS Code itself, right? So directly writing code is one thing, but the ability of an LLM to kind of communicate with an external tool. So MCP servers basically facilitate that. You use it through MCP clients, and the Hugging Face one is pretty useful because it. So Hugging Face itself is a very rich platform, and as an AI enthusiast, I am a practitioner of AI for more than 7-8 years. So we have been using Hugging Face like rigorously. It's something that we have to use like in a daily basis. Sometimes to just understand how a model works, whether a model is open sourced or not. Even if it is open source, then how to use that model, what is the exact argument that goes into the model, how to use that. A lot of stuff that we do with Hugging Face. Understanding which models are available, because see, once a big company open source a model, a lot of community members, since it's open source, community members also kind of updates it, kind of improves those kind of model. And that's why you would see like apart from these big companies, DeepSeek, Quen, there are other small people that also upload models over here. Right now, you are only seeing the trending ones, but if I just do most downloads, you would see like Falcon says there, sentence transformer, Dima is just so even people have used their own age image detection. So lot of models are available there. Most of them are free to use, or they can be downloaded and used because they are open source. And you can see like it also have this task categorization. So if you are trying to solve a particular task, you know which models to look for. Say for example, I'm doing audio text to text, right? So if I just click on that, you'd see like only the text to text, audio text to text models coming in there. Anyway, so Hugging Face is something that is pretty useful for us. And now this MCP server will allow us to use Hugging Face not only from the website itself. Sometimes you also have these APIs or CLI, the command line interface, but now you can use it from other places as well, like the LLM and stuff. The LLM will understand your natural query whenever you are putting some prompt into LLM. The LLM will understand whether it needs to use that server or not, that MCP server or the tools that it basically has in its repertoire, and then it will use that tool, asking for your permission, and basically use that tool. So that's a great benefit. Anyway, hope you learned something out of it. I have not touched upon how MCP servers works. You can build your own MCP servers, by the way, or MCP clients even. But yeah, that's probably story of another video. But hopefully in this video you understood first of all how to connect to any given MCP server. And for most of the MCP server, it's something very similar. So probably like right now you are using NPX, you might use P, Python, UV, something like that. You basically, there's a similar structure of how you kind of connect to an MCP server. You also saw that how to basically, if you already have one or more MCP servers, how you can add more to that. If you have more than one, then you have already done it. But if you only have one MCP server, you are new to this, it will also show you like how to actually add another MCP server in say your desktop. Same thing, almost similar way you can do it for other MCP clients as well. So hopefully I was able to showcase you how important this is. So if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. And if you like this video, you can subscribe and follow for more. Okay, bye bye. See you next time.